JSE PAO. This is Houston. Please call Discovery and ISS for a voice check.
Discovery ISS, this is JSE PAO. How do you hear me?
We got you loud and clear, PAO.
Hello, everyone. This is Jill Tolk representing the Stockton Record in California. Question for Jose Hernandez. The word I hear from Stockton is that everyone is following your space adventure, even Chris Isaac. What special thoughts and feelings and messages would you like to share with the big, wide, wonderful world of San Joaquin County?
Well, I think the message I'd like to share is that I pursued a dream with a lot of persistence, but I prepared with a good, solid education, and that's the message I'd like to give to the kids out there in San Joaquin Valley, that any dream is achievable if you're willing to work hard and back it up with a good, solid education.
Thanks. Hey, guys, it's Bill Harwood with CBS, and I have a non-technical question tonight. You guys just shared a joint meal, and I had a question about food, and I was wondering if maybe Nicole Stott or Mike Barrett could give us a little bit about the menu in general on the station, how you like the food, and maybe what some of the more tasty or exotic foods are that you have on board. Thanks.
Well, the food is wonderful, and of course we have a mix from all of the partners up here now. We've eaten quite a bit of food over in the Russian segment, which I love, and I think the rest of the crew here does too. Typically we have breakfast and lunch over in the service module, and then we all come together for dinner in Node 1 on the U.S. segment. And what's really nice now is that there is a mix of food. There's different items from the European Space Agency, Canada, JAXA, the U.S., and the Russian side. So I think you can find something for everyone.
Gina Sinceri, ABC News for Commander Sturkow. What did you think of your first view of the space station on this trip?
Well, it's gotten a lot bigger. Seriously, though, it's really awesome to see all the work that's been achieved up here since our last flight. They've added a couple of solar arrays and quite a few new modules, and the station is something that all the international partners can be very proud of for their contributions.
Hi, Eric Berger with the Houston Chronicle. Question for Christopher Fugelsang. I just wanted to know what it was like to work with the large ammonia tank the other day.
It was actually surprisingly easy. I had expected maybe had to force it quite a lot, but it came very smoothly with me all the time, and that was partly thanks to great flying of the arm by Kevin and Nicole. But it was a great surprise how easy it went.
So moving the mass wasn't difficult, or stopping it, getting it going. I guess the arm worked pretty well.
No, it was not difficult. The arm flew very smoothly, so that made it very easy.
Hi, Robert Perlman with CollectSpace.com with a question for Kevin Ford. Before you left for space, we spoke about the list of things you wanted to take notice of during this flight. The example I think we gave was the sound of the RCS thrusters made aboard Discovery compared to the sound in the simulators. I know you lost your verniers, but so if that wasn't possible, maybe you can share what sights, sounds, and maybe even smells you've encountered during this flight that have surprised or met your expectations.
Well, I remember the conversation. It was very interesting, and I have really enjoyed seeing the sights and sounds of space. When those 870-pound thrusters fire, it definitely gives the shuttle a little kick, and you just feel a little twang throughout the whole orbiter when they're firing to keep you in position, whether it's for translation or orientation. And also, the Verns didn't impact us too much. CJ still flew a really great rendezvous without those fine control jets. And we're still waiting to see from the ground what the impacts will be for the rest of the mission. But we do get to hear those primary thrusters fire a lot more than I thought we would, and it's really a neat thing to see. The smells of space, I guess you mentioned too. One of the things that's very interesting is when the guys come back in from the spacewalks. from the EVA, there is really a distinct smell of space when they come back in. It's like something I haven't ever smelled before, but I'll never forget it. You know how those things stick with you. It's very interesting. It's a very, very different environment than I expected. I kind of had some expectations about what it would be like, and there's a lot of things that are way outside of what my expectations were. I've really enjoyed it.
Hello, my name is Lisette Amaya, and I'm from Rumbo Spanish newspaper. My question will be in Spanish for Mr. José Hernández. Señor José, es muestra de usted el éxito que puede alcanzar un hispano, incluso si es de origen humilde. ¿Qué mensaje puede darle a los padres y jóvenes hispanos del país para inspirarlos a superar sus barreras?
Bueno, el mensaje que podría darles son dos. Primero, a los padres es de que se involucren en el estudio de los niños, que demuestren interés, que no nomás vean novelas o salgan afuera a tomar cerveza con sus amigos, sino que se sienten en la mesa de la cocina a hacer la tarea con sus hijos, porque si ellos demuestran interés, los niños van a responder. A los niños lo que les digo es que se reten ellos mismos, que se autorreten a alcanzar metas que ellos piensen que no son alcanzables, y que con una buena educación y tener esas metas y no tener miedo a trabajar duro, pueden lograr cualquier sueño que tengan ellos.
It's Bill Harwood again for Tim Culper, if I could. Tim, what are you looking forward to? Obviously, you've been up there for a while. I'm just wondering how much you're going to miss the station and what you're looking forward to when you get back.
Well, I guess two questions there. I'm really going to miss this place. Kevin talked about his expectations, and I can tell you that this experience has completely exceeded anything that I thought it would be like. Just the sights, the sounds, the experiences with a great crew, and really being part of 2 shuttle missions, it's been absolutely phenomenal. The main thing, obviously, I'm looking forward to is seeing my family again, my wife and 2 kids, and maybe have a sip of a beer once I get home.
Gina Sinceri, ABC News for Danny Olivas. 2 spacewalks down, 1 to go. What's the challenge on the 3rd one for you?
Well, I think the challenge is really to not lose eyes on the goal, and that is basically to conduct 3 safe and successful EVAs. We have 2 under our belts. We did very well with the tremendous help that we received on the ground, as well as our on-orbit team. So it was definitely a team effort that got us there, but 2 behind us doesn't mean that the 3rd one isn't going to be as much of even more of a challenge. This late in the mission, we just have to keep ourselves focused and really focus on the changes that we received from ground today and be prepared to execute it tomorrow.
Jill Tolk from the Stockton Record again. Another question for Jose. What was it like for you to see your first time looking at the Earth and experiencing that after all these years?
Well, I tell you, it's the sight of the Earth from this view is it's almost undescribable in the sense of what you feel when you look at it, the beauty of it. I think what struck me the most of all is when you're looking, going from darkness to daylight, as the sunrise approaches, you can see how thin the atmosphere is and how delicate our planet is, and gives more the reason why we should take care of it.
Discovery ISS, this is Houston ACR. That concludes questions from JSC. Please stand by for a voice check from NASA headquarters, PAO.
Discovery ISS, this is headquarters PAO. How do you hear me?
We got you loud and clear, headquarters PAO.
Yes, this is Seth Borenstein from the Associated Press for Colonel Ford or Colonel Forrester. Both of you are, because of your age, had potential to go to the moon in the 2020 time frame, but now it's looking like that time frame is going to be delayed maybe years or even a decade or so, especially with the Augustine Commission. How does it feel to, did you have hope on going to the moon personally, and have you been following this, and are you worried that those hopes may not quite be there?